Here we are in Detroit, Michigan, doing the filming locations for 8 Mile. This would have been the entry point to the trailer park where Rabbit lived. The 8 Mile Trailer Park. But actually, in reality, it's the A&L Trailer Park. The sign would have been right over here. Right around this location is where the sign was. In the movie, they tried to make you believe that Rabbit's trailer was down here. Because in one of the shots, you saw him leaving around this area to go down this street. But this isn't where his trailer was. Some people said that was his trailer. Others said it was over here. Some people said his trailer was down there somewhere. Some said his trailer was over in that direction that way. This area too, some said his trailer was. Although this entire space was filled with trailers during the filming of the movie. But after watching the movie repeatedly and looking up as much information as I could, Rabbit's trailer was right here in this location. Right here. That's where his trailer was. Either, I want to say, they dressed this trailer or they made an entire set. That's going to be my guess. They made an entire set right here of his trailer because none of the trailers match in the movie at this park. So it is a set. The trailer is not here. But the reason I believe it's here in this spot, one of the shots right here, you can see that tree in the background. Better shot, that big tree right there, then that trailer in the far back, then those trees way back there where they split off, that light pole right here. Then if you look down this way, there is that big tree right there. The trailer in the far distance, that one's still here. Then the trees right down there where they split off. Here's a closer shot of those trees back there that kind of split off into two. It was all filmed right here. At least this is my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and yeah, this is just mine. It had to have been there, for my opinion. Here's some behind the scenes photos. But his car would have fit right there in the grass, then the tree, and then the set they built for his trailer would have been right here. Yeah, there's that tree. There's that tree. Yeah. And just another photo of that tree with Rabbit. Then another angle as he's walking away from the trailer. You see that blue trailer in the back, how it's sticking out right there on the window. And there's another window there. Only two trailers right there. There is that blue trailer sticking out with the window. Only two trailers right there. Another reason why I believe this is the location right here. But like I said, yeah, it was all a set. It would have been really nice if the trailer was actually here. Would have been cool to see, but yeah, that's like I said, my opinion, and that's where I believe it was, right here. Still pretty cool. But yeah, this is definitely not the trailer, because there would have been 2 windows. But it's all boarded up there too. Doesn't match, so yeah, it was a set. Then off to the next spot. You could also see that light pole in the background in the movie. And you could also see that light pole over there in the movie. Then in the movie, they tricked you. They made Rabbit walk from this direction, appearing like they both came from over there. But they didn't. Because this is what is over here. And it's not it. This isn't the area at all. But yeah, they tricked you. That did not happen. So then they walked up over here so Rabbit can hop on the bus on 8 Mile Road. And there they are walking, and that's not where they came from. And walking up there. And this is where the bus stop is. There's the building right there. On 8 Mile Road. And there's where they hopped over the rail. And this is where they were. Right here. This is where the bus scene took place when Rabbit took off on the bus to go to work. It all happened right here. The bus stop. And yeah, small shot, and that's it. Let's go to the next spot. And here's the next spot, the shelter. It was also heavily dressed for the movie. Only the exterior shot was used for the film. Interior was filmed elsewhere. And there's the shelter. A lot has changed with this building. It was a lot different back when they filmed it. Then they redid it. And yeah, this is where they filmed the exterior shot. And here it is. Of course, even in Google Images or Google Maps, there was a vehicle blocking it. But here's the doorway. Oh yeah, this is the shelter. Here's another angle of the shelter. In the movie, this would have been the alleyway, and the door would have been right there where they came out. The door is no longer there. It is sealed up. But this would have been the viewpoint from the movie. Then if you go over here, to the other side, another viewpoint in the movie. If you look out there on the other side of the street, you can see that building with those colors on it. Back in the day, there was more colors on it, but you can also see that. And you can see this door. And yeah, Rabbit would have stashed his stuff over here behind a dumpster. Then right there, you can see the door right beside Rabbit. Then you can see that colored thing way back there in the distance. Yeah. This is where that scene took place, right back here. And that would have been all the shots were in this area. Then we go over here. And in this shot, as Rabbit's walking away, on the left side, you can see the windows in the door, then the alleyway. A lot has changed for this area, but that was the alleyway. You can see the windows back there. Well, they're now covered up, and the door. This would have been it. This was the alleyway. Rabbit walked off. can see what once was windows and a door, no longer there. And this was the alleyway scene. You could also see that building in the background too. That all changed. Used to be able to see on the other side, but now that structure is built taller. But yeah, this was the alleyway that Rabbit walked down. One last shot right here. Now we go to the next spot. Here's one more shot of the shelter. And yeah. And here's where the real shelter is. Right here. St. Andrew's. Another shot right here. The real shelter. Touch. Looking down that way. Another angle right here of the real shelter. This is cool. I do love graffiti. Totally get this all. Although some of it's covered up. Looks cool. Definitely really cool. Work of art. And one final shot of the real shelter. Now let's go to the next location. Here we are at the next location, the Detroit, Michigan stamping, where Rabbit worked. The scene where he's actually going into work is on the other side, along with the rap battle that took place out in the parking lot. It wasn't here in this spot though. It was on the other side, but I wanted to get a nice shot of this right here. And let's go to the other side. And here's when Rabbit was on his way to work. He came right through here. And here's the area where Rabbit was when he came to work. Went up those doors. This was the opposite side. In the movie, you can line up the shot with that door. And the vent in the door, so you know this is the right side. Here's also the bridge. But yeah, this all changed. This is where they had the little battle right over here. But yeah, now it changed. So they would have been standing somewhere in this vicinity. But yeah, this is where that scene took place. Now, off to the next location. And there's the bridge. And everything else in the background. But yeah, a lot can change in 20 years or so. This was the spot. And here is the Michigan building where the garage scene took place, where they had the rap battle inside there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get inside because the entry point is right there. This is where you would go in, right here. And yeah, you can see the roof right there. No way I can get in there. More of the roof. Would have been cool to get inside, but unfortunately they lock it up. One more quick look. But yeah, you can see the roof. Jeez. And you can see the roof over here too. Well, that's unfortunate. But I figured I wouldn't be able to get in. Worth the shot though. You can also see it in there too. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, this is where it's at. Worth the shot. That's where they went. They drove in there. And here is the next location, the radio station. This is one massive building. This is the radio station. The radio station where Rabbit went. Right in these doors. These are the doors Rabbit walked in. But yeah, there's where Rabbit came out. And then he walked past this desk and down the hall. Then Rabbit came walking down here. Inside of the building. But yeah, this is the inside. I have no idea where that part of the film was made for the radio station or the office. That side. Side. Okay, so it's all the way at the top, I believe, one of the guys told me, but not allowed to go up there. But I at least got this nice interior shot of the main floor level, so that was pretty cool. And one last shot right here. Going out the doors. And that was the inside. Pretty cool. And that was the radio station. Now let's go to the next spot. And there's the garage scene that I couldn't get into. That's what the garage looked like on the inside for the theater. And there's the inside of the radio station right there. And this is where we're at right now, when Cheddar shoots himself. Another photo. And here's the other side where the fight took place. And there's where that scene took place. Bam, Cheddar pulling his gun out. There's where the telephone would have been. And there's the building in the background. Yeah, that scene took place right here. And this is the direction they were coming. And that's the building right there. A lot has changed with that building. Yeah, a lot has changed with that building over there. But that was the area where the fight took place. Here's a close-up. Yeah, that all took place all took place here where the fight went down. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, off to the next location. And here's the next location, the Cowhead. And this is the scene when they drove by and they shot the cow in the head with a paintball gun and went pink eye. That is the Cowhead. Pretty cool. Then they kept driving down this street. But in reality, the next scene took place elsewhere. When the car died, they pulled over. A little bit of magic they pulled for this scene. This is pretty cool. Oh boy. That's so cool. The Cowhead. Pink eye, bitch. But yeah, this is it. One more shot right here. And that is the cow. Now we go to the next location. And here's the next location, the White Sun Sun Suey Restaurant, where he shot those guys with the paintball gun. This is the building. Right here. Totally different area from where the Cowhead was. This is on Jefferson Street. But yeah, drove by and shot them. Shot those two guys right there. And yeah, they would have been standing right over here. And there's the pole right there. And yeah, that would have been the shot right here when they were driving by. Now off to the next spot where the car broke down. And that happened a little ways down that way. And this right here is the scene where the car broke down. When they rolled right down this street. This was the spot. And the way you can tell, that building right there. There's a fence now, but yeah, you totally see that. Bam, bam, this was it. Buildings, buildings. And you can also see, can't really see that well on my phone, street sign right there, Jefferson East. And you can see it right there. You can see it better in the movie, but Jefferson East. And yeah, that all took place right here. Rabbit's car would have been sitting right over there. And that's gonna be all the locations that I could find. There's a few other locations, but they're no longer there, so I didn't go there. But he also, Eminem also has a restaurant I want to go see real quick too, the Mom Spaghetti place. But something a little extra. But this is gonna do it for all the movie locations for, yeah, the movie. So yeah, that was a lot of fun doing this. But that was all the filming locations for 8 Mile, released in 2002. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And here we are at Eminem's Mom Spaghetti shop, or store, right here on the corner. Mom Spaghetti. Get a close up of this. Mom Spaghetti. Oh man, that's so cool. Mom Spaghetti. Yes. Oh, that's so cool. The takeout window. Takeout window. But yeah. Here's a shot over here of it again. Yeah, this was pretty cool. Mom Spaghetti. And this is gonna be the last stop. That was everything. And yeah, that was pretty cool to see all this.